It looks so beautiful in our garden right now. This is a decorative plum with pink blossoms and it looks beautiful. It's hard to film because it's always in the sky, so the flowers are hard to film. But yeah, here we have, I don't know the name in English of this one.
Was it cherry plums?
Cherry plums, probably, yes. And here another cherry. This is we call it a bird cherry. These are very small cherries that you can pick. And here these are cherries that we planted, and this one is almost in full bloom already too, and there are so many blooms here. So this, if this works out, it should be a great harvest. So we'll see, but the trees are quite big already, 5 years old, and it looks amazing, I think.
I'm looking forward to the cherries.
Me too.
We are in our cellar. Here I am. And I'm picking or choosing potatoes that I will plant for the next season. We still have a lot of them because our harvest last year was very successful for us. So we are going basically to repeat the same thing we did last year. I'm surprised that their sprouts are very small, and a lot of them actually don't have any sprouts yet. They are just starting. And I remember this time last year they were sprouting all over and they were ready to go in the soil. So as you can see, they can last for a very long time.
This year they are more sleepy or something. They want to rest for longer.
We did something right. We have quite a lot of them and we eat them regularly, once or twice a week. And there's still so many left.
Yeah, it shows that it was a big success last year, the harvest.
Yeah, definitely.
The potatoes are amazing. This is where we are going to plant the potatoes. It's a big pile of old grass clippings. So last year there was already a pile here and we had zucchinis on the pile growing. And at the end of the season we always add more material. So just normal grass clippings. When Tommy is mowing the grass everywhere here, we put it here, and we always have to turn it regularly with a pitchfork, you know, because otherwise there would be this yucky layer, black and not good. But when you turn it regularly for some time after the pile is created, it's nice. It looks, you know, dry and okay. And yeah, so that's how this pile got here, and now we will plant the potatoes here.
I like how easy the process is. I'm just basically creating holes where I will put the potatoes in, and I can already feel how wet it is inside. Even though we haven't gotten any rain for like a month, it just keeps moisture in. So that's very good. And I like that I don't need any equipment, that, you know, I just use my hands to make the holes and put the potatoes in, and that's it. So it's really easy. It goes really fast. I just put the potato in the hole and cover it with the hay or old grass. And I'm trying to make it visible where I put them for easier management. I hope I'm making the rows far enough from each other, because that was my problem last year. I put them too close and then it was difficult to move in between when I was searching for the beetles, you know, and removing them.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
The potato beetles, they will show up.
Definitely. Unfortunately.
This is such a fast process. The potatoes were planted in 20 minutes and now I just have to water them and that's it. It's so easy. And we'll see if last year was just luck or if it's us that we are the best. So we'll see how the harvest goes this year. We'll keep you updated, and hopefully at the end of summer or in autumn we will show you very many potatoes harvest it from here. Fingers crossed. I went for a short walk into the spring forest. It's very close to our country house and it's so beautiful here. It's just starting, it's slowly getting green. The leaves are starting to appear very small on the trees and the birds are chirping. They are very happy, or they sound very happy, and it's such a pleasant atmosphere here. And I didn't come empty-handed. Here I have this old pot. It's falling apart, but it doesn't matter. And I would like to take a few of these forest wildflowers because we want our garden to be natural and there will also be a foresty area, or the shrubs are getting bigger, so under them they are these shaded areas where maybe these flowers could do well. As you can see, they are everywhere here in the forest. I will just dig out a few of them and we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's enough of these ones. These white ones are called the wood anemones. Hopefully I said that correctly. And they are really everywhere. I'm not sure if the flowers will survive, but the roots should be there in the soil and it comes back every year, so it should be okay. And here we can see the endless amounts of lungworts and also these yellow flowers. These are basically forest weeds, so I'm going to take a few of these ones as well. It looks like a success, so yeah, I will plant this in our garden and hopefully it takes and it will make our garden beautiful in spring. Okay, I planted the forest weeds here. I don't know if you can see it. They were withering very fast, so I had to be quick, and now they look a bit better and hopefully they will survive. So this is one location, and here we have the second location there. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And it would be nice if they survived.
More and more daffodils and tulips are in bloom. A lot of them are still coming soon, hopefully. And this year I also planted some additional flowers in the background behind them. So we have fritillaries here. These are special because they are yellow. Fritillaries are normally orange. So I thought this was an interesting species, cultivar or variant you choose. And here we have the orange ones, which are the typical ones. We already have these elsewhere in the garden, but I thought because they grow taller, they would look nice behind the daffodils and tulips. Hyacinths look amazing right now because almost all of them are in full bloom. There are just a few of them which are still getting ready, but I love it. It looks so colorful even from far away. You cannot miss it. And they have a nice backdrop as well because there are so many fruit trees which are in bloom right now everywhere on our property, at the neighbors, like everything. The whole region is in bloom right now. It's amazing. Our rock garden continues flowering and I think it looks amazing. There are so many plants which are in full bloom right now with hundreds of flowers. There's another one here which started recently. This one looks very interesting with all the colors. That one is starting and more are getting ready. I see a lot of flowers getting ready, for example, on this plant. And it looks like almost all of them survived. There are maybe 2 or 3 which look dead, but the others are growing so wildly that it looks like they will easily cover all the empty spots, which is great. I wanted it to be full so that I didn't have to worry about weeds and stuff like that.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. After 1 year, I think it looks amazing. I planted these tulips maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And so far, every year they have come back with more flowers. So it looks richer every year. Now from every bulb there are, for example, 3 tulips. So I love that. And I love the color. It's so vibrant and visible from afar.
Yeah, this color is one of my favorites. Very, very pretty.
And the darker they are, the later the variety seems to be. So other tulips are already done, but these ones are now in their prime.
It's so interesting. And our apple trees are in bloom now. Apple trees are one of the last ones of the main fruit trees to flower. And it looks so pretty because we have very many apple trees, for example here as well. And it's so prominent now. It looks, wow, it's like they are decorated, the trees. I really like it.
They have a lot of blooms, so it looks like the harvest will be bountiful this year.
Yes, hopefully. We always have quite a lot of apples, sometimes just a big amount and sometimes an enormous amount. So we'll see how much we'll have this year. We love walking here in our garden, and now when the trees are in bloom, it's unreal. It looks so pretty. Oh my god, look here. Wow. It's so pretty. I like it so much.
We have hopefully a positive update about our apricot tree, because even though we said recently that some of the flowers froze, now we see a lot of fruits developing on the tree, which is amazing.
Yay.
So we are really hoping that we'll be able to taste some apricots this year for the first time ever in our garden.
That would be amazing.
Hopefully this year it shouldn't freeze anymore. So we'll see, fingers crossed. It would be nice to have at least a few.
It's finally raining here at our country house. Not very heavy rain, but it's still better than nothing because we almost never get enough rain here and we need to water a lot. This spring has been quite dry so far, so this is a nice surprise, or not a surprise, a nice bonus. And it looks so fresh in our yard, and the sour cherry is in bloom. And this is always a highlight in our yard of the blooming season. And by highlight, I don't mean just the sour cherry, but also this garden bed. And there are these quince trees, Japanese quince trees, and one of them has red flowers and this one has pink flowers. So it always looks so pretty here.